the defending champion and two-time world champion Chen Long. He's the #1 seed, and he beat his teammate Tian Hao Wei, incidentally by the same scoreline as we've just witnessed, 21-13, 21-13. So, defending champion off to the perfect start. So just one more match to come on day one of competition here at the Dubai World Super Series finals. And as with our previous match, it's a Japanese player against an Indian player, former world #1, Saina Nehwal. And there she is, the beaten finalist from 4 years ago at the Super Series finals.
This is the Dubai World Super Series finals and the women's singles. Please welcome the players. First up, the #4 seed from Japan, Nozomi Okuhara. And please welcome her opponent from India, Saina Nehwal.
The Super Series standings, having only competed in 9 of the 12 Super Series events. Well, she's hugely popular all over the world. 3 Super Series tournament finals. Won her home event. She also reached the final of the All England Championships and the China Premier Super Series. So 2 Premier finals, 1 title, and for good measure, she reached the final of the World Championships as well. So Saina Nehwal's had a pretty special year as well.
Choice, blue or white? Blue is white.
Eddie Ruffianto conducting the toss of the coin. He's in charge for this women's singles group match. That's Group A. Nozomi Okuhara against Saina Nehwal. So the 20-year-old from Nagano in Japan. Nagano, of course, hosted the 1998 Winter Olympic Games. #9 on the world ranking at the moment, the #4 seed, despite finishing 5 on the Super Series standings. But 2 Super Series finals this year, winning in Japan, and for a second consecutive year, losing in the final of the Hong Kong Super Series. She's played an awful lot of badminton this year. 5 finals from 20 tournaments played, including, of course, those 12 Super Series tournaments. So as far as Saina Nehwal, 25 years of age now, spent a total of 14 weeks earlier this year as world #1. Beaten finalist at the Super Series finals 4 years ago when the event was staged in Liuzhou in China, lost out in the final to Wang Yihan. And as you can see from her win-loss record, it's pretty healthy, isn't it? I can tell you she's been in 5 finals, winning 2 titles. But of course, 3 of the finals were in Super Series events. 1, the India Super Series, and as I was saying, a beaten finalist in 2 of the premiers. 4 times previously. Well, This will be the 5th meeting between the two. And if you're an Okuhara fan, you won't be happy reading that, will you? Because Saina Nehwal has won all 4 previous encounters. And the last time was in the quarter-final of this year's China Open. 21-16, 21-13 at the scoreline in Fuzhou. So Eddie Rufianto and Jitarut Danu Karapat. Court officials for this one.
Ready to play?
Well, I notice, Steen, that Saina Nehwal has got on the long stockings. I don't think I've ever seen that before, have you?
No, I haven't seen it, but I happened to fly with the same flight as she was on from China Open to Hong Kong, and she told me that she had problems with her Achilles. So that's probably why she's trying these new stockings.
Yeah, well, an awful lot of the players are wearing them now. Keeps the circulation going in the calf muscles, and of course if you keep on your toes as you're moving around the court, then the calf muscles do take quite a battering.
Yeah.
Well, if there's ever a lovely mover on court, it's this young lady. Nozomi Okuhara. Both these players, former world junior champions. Okuhara then suffering a horrendous injury, actually playing against her opponent of today in Malaysia. That was 2 years ago. Well, it's nearly 3 years ago, because it was 2013, wasn't it? Started the Malaysian Super Series.
Saina Nehwal, India. And on my left, Nozomi Okuhara, Japan. Saina Nehwal, serve, love all, play.
Well, this is very much a tradition, the little turn and bow to all 4 corners of the court, to all the court officials from Okuhara. Missed it. Now, I made the terrible error a few months ago, Steen, of saying Okuhara, watch her movement, it's fabulous, that's the best aspect of her game, and I totally underestimated and apologise for doing so. What wonderful racket skills she's got as well. I think she's developed her skills and her deception out of all recognition.
Yeah.
And she is quick.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this match because I made a totally wrong prediction during the China Open this year that Okuhara would win the match, and Saina won convincingly. But I'm interested to see how this little problem with her Achilles is affecting her. I mean, Hong Kong is only 3 weeks ago, and if she's had to rest a little bit to take care of her Achilles and get some treatment on them, then she'd had to build up the practice slowly, so I wouldn't suspect her to be in the best of form right now, Saina Nehwal.
And I've thought of late she's not the quickest of starters. Sometimes on court, sometimes she looks as if she needs half a dozen or more rallies to really get herself warmed up and moving smoothly. Vimal Kumar, nearest to us.
And probably the physio.
Yeah.
I think because Saina has been say, awarded a personal physio by the Badminton Association of India. It seems like a very, very good idea up towards the Olympic Games. Make sure that your players are healthy and can practice.
Yeah, because prevention is the most important thing, and if you can keep players, keep them at their peak instead of having to deal with injuries, and it's all very well treating injuries, but you want to stop the player getting injured in the first place.
Yeah, and sometimes because you feel that, oh, it's important, it's Olympic qualification, so I need to play on, but I'm not really capable of practicing. So I manage to play and play well, but then I have to rest and so on. And in the end, your game is deteriorating, just at a slower pace.
Well, I told you she'd got delightful skills. Accuracy of that last drop shot. Oh, it's called good. Line judge looked initially as if he was going to indicate out, and then made the gesture that shows it's in. Yeah, and he made the right decision in the end. That was plumb on the line.
Service over. 6-2.
And that's another thing that's unusual about this tournament here, the Super Series final, is that normally you will see some of the lower ranked players in the first round. You will have the opportunity to play a little bit lower ranked players, get yourself played into the arena and so on. That's not the case here. I mean, you play the top 8, one of the top 8, and you play them in the first round. Of course, we can have top players meeting each other in the first 1 or 2 rounds of the Super Series tournaments if one of them have fallen behind the 8 seeded players, but that's one match. Here it's all 8 players who actually meets qualified. Qualified, that sounds so harsh against the ones not here. That's not what I meant, but they meet tough competition from the beginning.
Yeah.
Service over. 7-4.
Yeah, they're so hard to control, those shots. I think you have a great risk of making mistakes when you try them, and especially when you play a very light-footed player, because you know they got to be tight.
short. Oh my goodness, why didn't she finish it?
Yeah.
Yeah, won the rally anyway.
6-8.
There's a lot of Saina supporters here in the hall. I think one of the Indian TV stations had a contest for people to sign up and be Saina squad here in Dubai.
That's right.
So probably the biggest backing group here on the first day of play.
Delightful net shot.
7-8.
That's just long. Back level. 4 straight points.
Service over. 9-8.
Players are doing these verbal celebrations now, women's singles players.
Yeah. Probably gone wide the clear from Okuhara, but almost wide as well.
10-9. Saina Nehwal.
6 of the last 7 points to Saina Nehwal.
Service over. 10-all.
That's a good follow-up from
11-10
Okuhara.
interval.
So 1 point advantage to the number 4 seed, Nozomi Okuhara. Shoji Sato, Japanese coach. Oh, there they are. There's the Saina squad.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
I think it's great that we have these spectators traveling around the world to tournaments. You know, there's normally a very big Danish crowd at the All England Open, and unfortunately only a few of them have taken the trip here to Dubai, but
Yeah.
creates excitement in the hall, and often is quite a small group of supporters is capable of getting others to join in.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's only one person. I've seen that in Malaysia.
Play.
This is a good rally. Deep forehand, deep forehand, deep forehand. Oh, it's a superb rally.
Service over, 11-all.
Look at that. Is that luck or is that precision?
An important rally also in the mental game between the two players. Who has the upper hand in this basic game? I mean, it's not basic, but it's basic game.
Yeah.
With a lot of clears and drops, a few smashes to see if you can create a bigger opportunity for yourself. If you're unsuccessful, then back to clears and drops again. It's so important who feels that she can sort of, in the long run, dominate the other player.
Yeah.
And the first one who deviates from this
Service over.
willingness to play the basic game is very, very likely to make the most mistakes. Oh, that's too short.
Landed on the line.
14-11.
Yeah, it's great lengths on that clear from Okuhara. Missed it.
Yeah.
First sign of frustration from Nehwal, perhaps?
Perhaps I was stopping myself from saying it just before the last rally that I felt that Okuhara was about to get the upper hand in this basic game, because I'm not really sure that she is. You should never underestimate Saina in that matter. But the first long rally, I mean, Saina won that, but to me it ended in a draw because it was a tight net shot, and Okuhara won the last one. But we know that Saina's really strong mentally and tactically, and so it's a little bit too early to call that dominance for Okuhara in the basic game. But there's a couple of mistakes.
Yeah.
There's a couple of mistakes creeping in to the game of Saina Nehwal, and that's worrying.
Yeah, hesitation there. Look down at the line. Look back up at the shuttle.
Yeah. It's a really, really tough group, this one. The two other players in this group is reigning world champion Carolina Marin and reigning Super Series Finals champion Tai Tzu Ying. No easy matches.
It's going wide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is some of the situations that we've seen Saina come back from
Yeah.
a number of times, where perhaps other players, they would just lose the game 21-18 or something. But she has a habit of being strong when it matters most.
Yeah, mentally tough. That's what a coach says is her best quality, is her mental toughness.
Yeah.
18-14.
That is brilliant. Wonderful disguise, wonderful accuracy, and clever tactics too.
14.
2 drop shots played to the same place.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah. 2 points away from this opening game. Make that 1 point away from this opening game.
20. Game point. 14.
No opening game. 21-14. 20 minutes of play.
21-14.
And Okuhara looking very quick, very sharp, and quite frankly, very good. Information, 21-14 opening game against the former world #1, Saina Nehwal. The grip of the previous one, perhaps a little sodden with the perspiration. Oh, it's a racket with a
20 seconds.
fresh grip.
20 seconds.
Now, was Okuhara saying something about a flash light on a camera behind the court, or was she asking to change her shuttle? I think it was a flashlight.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I can see a red spot from across where we're sitting.
Ready? Second game, level play.
There's the traditional bow.
There's nothing towards us, Jill. I'm a little bit disappointed about that.
I did wonder a couple of times if Okuhara took clears that were going along there.
Yeah, me too.
One love.
And that defensive block was superb.
Service over. 1-all.
It's a terrific angle she keeps finding, isn't it?
2-1.
Okuhara. And I don't know how she does it. She's such a short athlete, 155. That's about 5'1". Net posts are only 5'1". Yet she can find these acute angles. It's incredible. There's another.
Change over.
Interesting. Okuhara looking up at the giant screen, trying to see if there was going to be shown again, and she could see how far out the back of the court that was. Here we go. Well, she won't be watching right now. There we go. Great call, the line judge. I have to say the line judges have been spot on, haven't they?
She's trying, Saina, but I fear that,
4-2.
that her form is not the best at the moment. That she's still struggling with the Achilles injury, or at least the, what's it called, aftermath of it.
Yes.
Of course, if you have problems and you take a break, you don't go directly from a break to practicing 100%
Yeah.
time and intensity and so on. So, of course, playing her best to the best of her abilities right now, but also realizing that she might be in a build-up phase again.
Oh, look at that.
6-2.
Now that is disguise completely of the racket head, because she doesn't take it that early.
No.
Look, it's about shoulder height when she plays that cross-court drop shot, and it's an outright winner. So the racket skill and the disguise on that must be extraordinary.
Twisting the grip a little bit with the fingertips.
Yeah.
So important. We often see a lot of players on the lower level. They actually don't have their fingertips at the grip. They have the grip totally in the palm of the hand, which makes it difficult for them to change the grip accordingly to where they want to hit the shot.
Oh, that's lovely. Finds the line. Yeah, she needed that.
Yeah.
Saina Nehwal.
I think we're going to see some winners from Saina from now on, like this one on the lines and so on. But I fear that we're also going to see some mistakes because I feel that she has to go for the shorter rallies.
Service over. 8-3.
Oh, that was a miss hit.
Nine, 3.
And she took an awkward step with that deception a couple of rallies ago that we discussed with Okuhara. And I'm wondering if she's moving freely.
10-3.
Or she's not over that injury yet.
Well, I just think Okuhara, at the moment, is just looking, you know, a couple of paces quicker than
Yeah,
Saina Nehwal.
definitely.
And that would tie in with your theory about the still aftermath of the injury
Yeah.
for Saina Nehwal, because at the moment, well, an 8-point advantage at the mid-game interval of game number 2, having already won the first. And you wouldn't bet against Okuhara right now, would you?
Oh, sorry, Jill. I couldn't hear you because I just turned up the sound to hear what the Japanese coach saying. I was hoping that it was the English sound of Wimo Kumar. So could you repeat?
Shoji Sato, I'm quite certain from his gestures, I don't understand any Japanese, but I think he was pointing almost like far shots, deep corner, then you go for the angled shot. Get it to the back first, play those punch clears to the back, then you look for the angles. I could be wrong, but we'll see.
Sounds like a plan anyway.
Yeah.
Play.
Yes. Okuhara not fooled by that. She's so fast. Whether at the net or any movement in court, she plays a nice net shot. Not going to be deceived by that cross court. And that's gone wrong, and this is worrying at times for Saina Nehwal.
13-3.
It's not only the outcome of this match, of course, tomorrow she's got to play the world #1 and reigning world champion, Carolina Marin. It's landed in. And one feels that for the psychology of her match tomorrow, not that she will be thinking about it right now, but I feel she needs to be putting up more of a performance today to give her confidence against the world #1 tomorrow.
Yeah. It's going to be tough.
Oh, that was nice skill. And then makes an error.
Yeah. I don't think she's over her injury, and of course if you're over it and moving freely and so on, then it helps having the Saina squad at the spectator seats. But now when you're not really playing well, then it's not so nice. Then you'd actually rather play on court 3, nice and quiet. But Okuhara is doing great.
Yeah, look at her movement.
She's working her totally all around the court. See that little trip? It's
Oh,
wide.
that was going wide.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from Nozomi Okuhara.
54.
Just outmaneuvering her opponent.
And it's a player that she hasn't beat before.
Yes. That's gone wide.
Yeah.
Well, it's a player she's about to beat for the first time.
64.
I've seen some extraordinary things in sport, but surely not. Surely.
No, no, no. This is not. We're not in for a miracle comeback here.
No. No, I
We're
can't
not.
see it.
74.
Well, it's the manner of the victory and the loss that I think is of biggest surprise to me. I've
Yeah.
always rated Okuhara. I've always thought she's on the verge of something pretty big and pretty special. But Saina Nehwal, I've always rated as the best fighter in the game. But she's just got no answers today.
No, she's been playing brilliantly, Okuhara, and controlling the conditions well. And what a match we're up for when she plays Carolina Marin. A rematch of the final of Hong Kong Open. That was a really, really close.
Yes, it was 22-20 in the
Contest.
deciding game. That's Friday. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's amazing.
So the score, 19-6.
It's gone wide. Match points have arrived. We're just a little under 36 minutes.
6.
Brilliant. 21-14, 21-6. And it's just a fraction under 36 minutes. The former world #1, Saina Nehwal, has been outclassed today by Nozomi Okuhara. Yeah, quite obviously not back to full fitness yet, Okuhara, but don't take anything away from this 20-year-old from Japan. That is an amazing victory. 21-14, 21-6. Well, first ever victory in her 5th meeting against Saina Nehwal. And what a victory it was. Well, I thought she might win today, but I certainly didn't think she would win by such a convincing scoreline. That really was incredible. 21-14, 21-6. So, of course, that means that the number 4 seed, Nozomi Okuhara, is at the top of the table there. I guess it must be points difference because she and the world champion Carolina Marin have both played one and won one. So Tai Tzu-Ying, the defending champion, well, she's got an awful lot of work to do if she's to replicate what she achieved last year. Well, day one of competition, and what a day it has been. It all started with the reigning world champions, Mohamed Hassan and Hendra Setiawan, coming through against the Japanese pair of Endo and Hawakawa in 2 straight games. Then Ratchanok Intanon, my goodness, she had to battle. She came from a game and 17-20 down. She saved 4 match points before winning through in 3, as you can see. The world number 1s and defending champions in the men's doubles, they needed 3 games as well. And Tianqing and Zhao Yunlei, in a repeat of the World Championship final, came from 12-18 down in the deciding game to save match points. Momoto was brilliant against Srikanth. And of course, Okuhara, well, who would have guessed that scoreline against the former world number 1, Saina Nehwal. Well, we're going to do it all again tomorrow, and our lineup for tomorrow, we're starting with the battle of 2 former world champions in the women's singles. Then we'll see Ali and Yu, the defending champions in the men's doubles. They're up against the reigning world champions. Victor Axelsen, he won his match today. He's up against Srikanth. It's must win for Srikanth tomorrow. The Asian Games gold medalists in the women's doubles, Meswari and Polly, are up against the world and Olympic champions. Then we've got the defending champion in the men's singles, Chen Long. And then we finish with women's singles, and Carolina Marin, the 2-time world champion, current world number 1, plays against Saina Nehwal, the former world number 1, and current world number 2. What a day we've got to look forward to tomorrow. Well, what a fabulous day it has been. As I say, it's a great lineup for tomorrow. Hope you'll be able to join us for more group action tomorrow. In the meantime, from all of us here, bye for now.